Welcome to today's webinar, Annuities 101. This is part 1 of the 7-part series on annuity basics. Today we're going to discuss some of the common sources of annuities that are frequently used. We will briefly discuss how they work and some of the limitations of each type. Let's define an annuity first. An annuity is a fixed sum of money paid to someone periodically for a defined period of time or until a defined event. You will see some annuities, specifically fixed annuities, which don't even pay you an income. These still fall under the title of an annuity, but don't meet the basic definition of an annuity payment. Maybe the most commonly used annuity source is Social Security benefits. Other common sources are pensions from an employer or private annuities issued by insurance companies directly. This will be the focus of our discussion throughout this webinar series. Let's look at Social Security for a moment. Social Security is government controlled. They set the required withholding amounts, payout amounts, and all the other guidelines. And they can change them at any time. To qualify for Social Security benefits, you need 40 credits, which equates to 10 years of work history. You also need to be at least 62 years old, and there's over 567 ways to claim Social Security benefits. Your Social Security benefits are based on what you paid in, and your benefit amount is based on your highest 35 years of work history. Once you qualify for benefits, you apply with the Social Security Administration, and you will receive Social Security checks for the rest of your life. Your spouse can also apply for benefits based on your work history and receive benefits after you've passed away. Social Security benefits are adjusted for inflation, but don't necessarily keep up with inflation. Now let's talk about pensions for a minute. Pensions are company-controlled annuities. They have a set of guidelines to reward you for staying with the company. Typically, you need to work for the company for at least 5 or 10 years in order to qualify for the pension. Each company has different rules, but as a general rule, your pension is accessible once you've reached age 65, sometimes 60. And then it'll pay you for the rest of your life. Pensions also have a spousal benefit. The spousal benefit option will reduce your benefit in order to pay your spouse should something happen to you first. Since you and the company have been funding the pension, there's actually an account value that represents your lump sum amount. It's not always disclosed to you or available for you to withdraw, but it's there. So if you want the pension to last for you and your spouse's life, you will receive less per month than just for your life. The options that are available to you will vary from company to company. Some will have a full joint life option where the benefits stay the same as long as one of you is alive. Other companies have a 50 or 75% spousal option. This means the pension payments will be reduced 50 or 25% when you pass away. In some companies, the pensions are also adjusted for inflation over time. A great example of this is the Mississippi PERS pension through the state of Mississippi. Retirees receive a 13th check each year that is the inflation-adjusted portion. Over time, this 13th check can end up being larger than the other 12 checks combined. This is extremely beneficial the longer you live. Private annuities. Private annuities will be the discussion of our next 6 parts of this webinar series. So today, I'm going to give you a brief overview of private annuities and the different types that are available. With Social Security and pensions, we mentioned that you had to qualify and fund them. Private annuities have to be funded by you as well. They can be funded over time or from a one-time deposit. You can also invest qualified or non-qualified money into them. Private annuities have their own rules. These annuities are issued by insurance companies, and each insurance company sets up their own options a little differently. And just like Social Security and pensions, you can get lifetime income from private annuities. There are other payout options available as well. It's not uncommon to see a 10 or 20 year payout option, or life plus 10 years, or life or 10 years. If the payout is for 20 years, then at the end of 20 years the payments stop. If you choose life plus 10 years, you will receive income for life, and your spouse or beneficiaries receive the payments for an additional 10 years after you pass away. If you elect life or 10 years, then the payments will be paid out to you or your beneficiaries for at least 10 years. But if you're still alive, then they'll continue as long as you're alive. The most common payout option is the joint life income, which pays you and your spouse a fixed amount as long as one of you is alive. Some of the private annuities actually have the inflation option as well. As you would expect, the income you'll receive will be slightly lower, but every year it will increase over and over. And the 6 types of annuities we're going to discuss is the immediate annuity, fixed annuity, indexed annuity, variable annuity, hybrid annuity, and a QLAC, which is Qualified Longevity Annuity Contract. Let's recap. We discussed what an annuity is and the characteristics of Social Security, pensions, and private annuities. Next time in Part 2, we will discuss immediate annuities, how they work, and who they may be right for.